And the first thing that we're starting with is something I was very surprised to see. We're getting a new Little Nemo game. Now, I personally have not played Little Nemo the Dream Master on NES. I know it exists. I know it... I vaguely recall it has to do with, riding creatures and getting abilities and stuff, but obviously it's a little action platformer game. It was also probably tough as nails, as most NES games seem to be. I know that this game has references to, like, characters in the original, it seems like. But beyond that, I'm not going to be able to fully appreciate all the references, having not experienced the original for myself back in the 90s. But let me bring up the store page. Fortunately, this is a game that has an option to keep the sound running in the background, and if I run it in borderless window, I can keep the whole thing running in the background, so that works well for the start of the stream today. But I should have the browser ready to go, I think. You know what, let me just make sure it actually picks up the right window. That should be the right one. Yeah, there we go. And actually, before we even get into this, one thing I will remind people is I have a bookmarklet that is very helpful for my own use for Next Fest, and it's also usable for any Steam sale that has a Browse All Games list section at the bottom. And what this does is it gives you controls to collapse individual items in that list, so that it persists, so that the next time, you know, like if you browse by different categories and games overlap between different user-tagged subcategories, subgenres and stuff, it will retain the collapsed state between different pages that you're browsing through. Obviously, if you do a full page reload, because it's a bookmarklet, you have to reapply the bookmarklet, but it will still persist those things. And I use that because... yeah, user tags are kind of a mess, and so you end up with the same game showing up under 4 categories. I also use it because sometimes Steam likes to just, like, forget the order it showed things in. So, the next time you come back, you'll see things in a completely different order, which is a pain in the ass, and this means you can skip much more quickly through things you had already looked at before. So, this is on Kenny.stream under the Tools navigation item called Steam Sale Collapser Bookmarklet. There are probably a couple of improvements I could stand to make to it. That's not going to happen this week, because I've got my hands full with Next Fest. And with that being said, let's look at our store page for the first game we're playing today, Little Nemo, Guardians of Slumberland. Explore a dream world as the iconic Little Nemo, armed with toys, candy, and stuffed animals in this cute and colorful Metroidvania adventure. So that's a big deal, actually. It's a Metroidvania this time, because the original NES game was not. Experience NES-era platformer gameplay in a vast, non-linear world that has been hand-animated frame by frame as you unlock new abilities to progress. So, like, when I first saw the trailer for this, the first thing I thought of was, like, the recent Monster Boy / Wonder Boy games, like the new installments and remakes and stuff. Because I did play a couple of those. Like, I played the remake of Dragon's Trap, for instance. I know there was one other more recent one that I played as well, I think by the same developer. Now, this, I believe, is a different developer entirely. So I don't expect it to be quite the same thing as that. Plus, you know, this is its own series. But it'll be interesting to see how this one does by comparison. So let me scroll down to planned release date, March 31st, 2026. This is actually coming pretty soon. About this game, a colorful Metroidvania adventure. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland takes the retro NES-era platformer gameplay of Capcom and Nintendo favorites and brings it to a vast, non-linear world that has been lovingly hand-animated frame by frame. You'll explore as you collect new ability-granting toys and PJs, discover enchanting lands inspired by Winsor McKay's Little Nemo comics, and encounter a colorful cast of characters, all through the nostalgic lens of an 80s, 90s kid. Yeah, I wish I could be an 80s or 90s kid again. Could we go back there? Could we never come back to what is currently 2026 ever again? That would be great. Could we, like, avoid that? Key features. A lush hand-animated world composed of many distinct thematic domains, all seamlessly connected. Defeat challenging bosses, discover collectibles, and unlock new abilities to progress. An original soundtrack composed entirely by Peter Berkman of Anamanaguchi. Tight and responsive controls for retro-inspired platforming action. Designed with approachable and accessible baseline experience that can be ranked up for more skilled players. So man, they put a heck of a lot of work into this. They got some heavy hitters involved in this and everything. And like, isn't this refreshing when like, nowadays we see way too many cases where like companies are deciding, oh yeah, we're just gonna AI slop everything 9 ways from Sunday. And that applies to trying to browse through NextFest as well, because you'll see a lot of things that have AI content disclosures, you'll see plenty of other things that don't, but are still pretty clearly using it in one way or another. Yeah, browsing through NextFest for things that I actually want to try out of the hundreds of things out there has become increasingly exhausting. Yet another way that Gen AI has ruined everything. Anyway, moving on. Upgrade your PJs. While you're awake in Nemo's bedroom, you can change out which pajamas you're wearing using the dresser. Each pair will empower your toys and abilities in different ways, as well as change Nemo's appearance. He's got a yo-yo. We're actually playing Star Tropics. Find new ability-granting toys. There's the yo-yo right there. In Slumberland, all of Nemo's favorite toys bestow new abilities. Use them throughout your adventure to fend off enemies, traverse hazards, and open new pathways to different zones. You got a pogo stick. Are we sure he's approved to use that? Is that, like, does he need to grow up first a little bit? You can blow bubbles. You've got Super Mario's cape here, so you can just skip all the levels once you get that, right? That's how that works. Or does it turn you invisible like Zelda? But it's the color of Super Mario's cape from Super Mario World. Be careful or you'll wake up. Man, we wouldn't want to wake up. No, absolutely not. Waking up is overrated. If you take too much damage, you'll wake up back in Nemo's bedroom. You can hop in bed and fall asleep to get right back to Slumberland at the last bed you visited. That's kind of neat, that it basically operates as like a, well, let's try that again. Resetting you and giving you a chance to, like, select a different loadout and stuff. Shoutouts to Windows 7, still the best Windows out there. Probably the last good Windows at this point. That's the minimum requirement, apparently. 8 gigabytes of RAM required. Even though the other requirements are pretty low, actually. I'm surprised at the RAM requirement. Anyway, let's get into the game. Put the browser away. Get back to my game window. And we'll actually try this. Did I just, like, switch windows at the perfect time to see his butt again? Alright. I probably should have actually let the cutscene play, shouldn't I? But let's let it play from the beginning, actually. Because it has been playing in the background. You've been hearing the noises from it this whole time. So if I just leave this here, yeah, it should eventually go back. Here we go. Look at that channel 3. So this is what your fully animated side-scroller action looks like. There's your Metroidvania map that's color-coded areas and stuff. Oh no. It's Day of the Tentacle, actually. Oh, and that's the effect that happens when you take your last hit, I guess. And there's Nemo's butt. That is literally exactly when I switched scenes again. Oh, I actually stopped at like 2 seconds from the end. Alright. Let's go through menus. So I did start it to test it, but we have save slots and we have new game. I like how that's like on the right-hand side. It almost looks like an alarm clock or something. Let's go into settings, though, because this game is pretty well decked out in terms of that. Oh, that's right. So what's interesting is they show you these options here, but you can't actually set them here. You have to set them from inside the game. So you have a difficulty level, a health modifier, and a time scale, which I presume means you can slow down the game. In video, you've got your usual... It actually defaulted to exclusive full screen. I changed it to borderless window, mostly so that the video would keep running when I'm alt-tabbed out. You've got your resolutions, with a whole bunch of different choices, apparently. Some of which my monitor almost definitely doesn't support. You've got VSync, which you can turn off. You've got refresh rate cap, which has a sensible default of match the monitor. Like to see that, actually. And actually, you can't... I guess you can't just set it via a slider or anything. It's either match the monitor, or 60 Hz, or no cap. We definitely want it capped so that my GPU doesn't die a horrible death trying to stream encode and also play the game at the same time. We've got anti-aliasing options, which I don't think I changed that, so it's at the highest by default. Post-processing options. So this, I turned off Bloom. Why did I turn off Bloom? Well, I'm going to turn on Bloom for a second. It affects the text. Sorry, I like to be able to fucking read, so I turned that off. The chromatic aberration was off by default, so you can actually make this even worse by turning both of those on, arguably. I'm actually not sure if that affects text, but I'm going to keep it off anyway. We've got film grain, we've got vignette. I'll leave those on so we can see what they look like. I'm glad that vignette is something you could toggle, because sometimes games make that really annoying. We've got lighting quality, which is just either low or high. In audio, we've got a whole volume level sub-menu. I tweaked things a slight bit. We might tweak them more once we get into the game. Disable the flip phone ringtone. I'll assume that's there for a good reason, but we'll wait and see and find out. So we've got controls for keyboard and mouse, and for our gamepad, and you can select what glyphs it uses, what icons it uses, here. You can even make it use SNES or Super Famicom. That's pretty interesting. And then here we've got you've got gameplay and UI button mappings separately. So you can use your D-pad for this. One of the demos that I downloaded initially and immediately struck from my list was a game where it didn't let you use the D-pad. You had to use the analog stick, even though you could only move left or right and aim up or down. So yeah, this game does the sensible thing and lets you actually use the D-pad. What a concept. So you've got jump on A, interact on Y, attack on X, defense/mobility on D. I think I added the alternative right trigger there, which, yeah, there's an entire column of alternates you can set. The menu for it is actually a little bit weird, because it's, like, very drawn out here to where there's 4 choices. There's rebind primary, rebind alternate, clear primary, clear alternate, in that order. Rather than, like, let's say, just letting people navigate to the right here. But actually, I'm realizing now you can navigate up any number of levels in the menu from here. That's actually pretty damned cool. That is a nice thing to have. You basically have breadcrumb navigation in your menus on the left side. So we've got pause, we've got map, we've got status. I have no idea what that is. Should we bind that to something so I can find out what the heck that is? And we've got highlight next, highlight previous down here. I think I added look up and look down because I was surprised they weren't set initially. So, like, these were initially not bound, I think. I forget if right trigger was originally bound to something else. If I had to unbind it, or if maybe that's why this is unbound right now. So, like, maybe I should bind something to that. I'm gonna put, like, the right click on that, because I don't really know what it means. Also, you gotta love how the menu sounds work. When you go up, the menu sound trends downwards. When you go down, the menu sound trends upwards. Pretty interesting detail there, although I do wonder why they did it inverted like that. Let's look at UI button mappings. Zoom or scroll? That doesn't do anything right now. Maybe that's, like, map-specific. Bindings for all interfaces, such as menus, pause screens, and dialogue views. I'm gonna guess the zoom is for the map. So again, we've got our directions, we've got confirm and cancel, so you can reverse those if you'd rather. You've got a skip dialogue button, you've got pages, Got zoom in, scroll up, zoom out, scroll down, but that's already defined by the axis here, so I don't think I need to do that. It is interesting. Directional modifier. I have no idea what that means. It's interesting to me. Oh, here's look for it. I could have just done it here, dude. I didn't even realize it was there. Just do that, and then I don't need it bound. That's funny that it unbound that, but not that. Okay. I wonder if it was here to begin with and I was just freaking oblivious to that by the time I got down here. That would make a lot more sense. That's probably what it was. I'm not going to reset the defaults right now and find out, though. It's quite possible that was the case, and I just didn't realize that. I forgot that the axes were listed separately. So, screen shake enabled. There is a toggle for it. Not a slider, but a toggle. Still a good thing to have. Pause game when in background. This is the thing I unchecked so that we could hear the music while I was browsing the store page. Cat selection. Select which cat appears in Nemo's bedroom. Thank you to the Kickstarter backers whose cats appear here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so this game had a Kickstarter. Wait, there's a cat named Samus? I kind of need to find out what the cat named Samus looks like. We're picking Samus. This is a Metroidvania. We have to, right? I wonder if I can change that, like, on the fly while I'm in his room and get instant results. We might have to try that. Interface. Oh, so this is HUD. This is, like, granular / global HUD. Enabling, disabling. Okay, you've damage taken amount. Interesting. Didn't expect that to have an interface component, but, I guess we'll see what it looks like. Font and localization. So, we have one language. You gave me a menu with one option in it. I'm assuming there will be more than this in the final. I'm kind of surprised there's not already multiple, because a lot of demos I feel like I see multiple. Font scaling. Okay, that's cool. This is also pitching up and down. I have no idea what the default was at this point. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Because that says 0, and then this is minus, and then this is plus. So this was the default. The default is a pretty decent size already. And then there is a checkbox for use dyslexia-friendly font. It's open dyslexic. It's not Atkinson hyperlegible. I am disappointed. I'm not surprised. Open dyslexic may help some people. A lot of people find Atkinson hyperlegible to be helpful, so I really like when I see games include that. But at least there's something, in case the default font here is, like, confusing, because, like, a lot of characters are similarly rounded and stuff. Alright, so that was settings. Support and URLs. Got feedback and support, join our community, visit our website, view game credits. View game credits. I always like to do this if there's an option. Okay, I can skip it. I can skip through. A game by David Morrow. I've spent the last several years of my life working to build something new from the inspiration of some of my favorite childhood memories. I thought I had an idea of how much work it would be for me even handling the art design and engineering myself, but the labor of actually executing on this dream was extremely humbling. So much goes into making even a relatively simple game such as this, and I couldn't have ever fully appreciated it without going through the process myself. Luckily, I've not been completely alone in this endeavor, and so I want to call out the contributions of everyone that helped to make this game a reality. Real talk, that is a really important and good message to have. Because, like, again, I've looked through frickin' hundreds upon hundreds of games in Next Fest, and it is absolutely ridiculous how many of them are, like, just a carbon copy of another idea with, like, extremely minimal graphics. To the point where it's like, you need more than that to really have a compelling game. So, like, it's cool that you're making a game and all, but, like, you need to have something that will actually stand out in an event that has thousands of games in it. And I do feel like a lot of Next Fest demos get released, like, too soon, before their idea is fully formed, before their game is fleshed out, while their game is still in pre-alpha state and it doesn't look good. Oh yeah, let's look at the music credit. When I started working on this project, I didn't have plans for the music, but didn't want to presume my close friend Pete would want to be involved. His work with Anamanaguchi keeps him busy, and so I was thrilled when he made an offhand remark about how it would be cool to work with me on the game. Okay, geez. Count yourself lucky that you have, like, really good connections like that. Do they have a full list of playtesters somewhere? Here's your, assets, libraries, tools. Shoutouts to async await. I don't even know what that is specifically, but I know it's a thing in C# and in JavaScript. Here's, Kickstarter shoutouts, and then tiers, presumably. Yep. I'm gonna scroll for a while now. Even more scrolling. Even more scrolling. I'm glad that you can actually scroll through it, though. These credits are immediately 20 million times better than the Mighty Number 9 credits. Oh. I guess I had to press that to get out of it. Okay. I'm glad I checked, though. But yeah, it's nice to see credits with, like, heartfelt messages for the major contributors and stuff, too. That's really nice. Alright, we're gonna start a new game. So they give you difficulty presets here to begin with. You can always adjust this later from the pause menu settings. Challenging, the game will expect you to treat the dangers of Slumberland with caution and learn to use all of your abilities to stay asleep. Imagine it being hard to stay asleep. I mean, real talk. Look at me. I rotated my sleep schedule for a year because my neighbors woke me up at 5 a.m. every frickin' morning. Hey, Asopolis. I was busy reading credits, sorry. This is why you're skipping this next fest. You're tired of digging through the half-hearted slot. Well, you're in the right place, though, because we're playing a game that's literally about being tired. Well, I mean, it's a game about being asleep and trying to stay asleep, but close enough. But yeah, no, it has gotten increasingly hard. This event in particular felt really daunting to find good stuff in. But I still came out the other end with maybe a dozen things. Probably more than that. I have a whole list of maybes that I'm not going to have time for this week, that I guess I'll follow up on next week if they're still around. So we've got challenging. This game will expect you to treat the dangers of Slumberland with caution and learn to use all your abilities to stay asleep. Or you've got comfortable. You'll have twice as much health, giving you more leeway for mistakes. Rank up system is disabled. Yeah, so by the way, there's a rank up system. Work made you tired too. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we'll start with challenging and see how it goes. I have a feeling it'll still be easier than the NES game, which I have not played more than, like, a few seconds of. Alright, so, immediately, seamlessly into the dream world. Although, actually, let's wake up first, because we need to check a couple of things. First of all, we need to check the cat. This is Samus. You can pet the cat. Wait, okay, we need to test something. Also, I need to start the timer, so let's do that while I'm here. Can I change cat on demand, and will it apply immediately? Where was that? Was that in here? That was in here. So let's go back to the default. It does change immediately. They have different purrs, dude. They absolutely have different purrs. The cats have unique purrs. That's awesome. I'm not sure exactly how they got the rights to it. I know there was a bit of a story in the credits, but I'm not exactly sure how that part panned out. They clearly have connections, though, given that they apparently are friends with the guy who did the music, who is normally busy with Anamanaguchi, which, you know, seems like a big deal. Can I jump up here? Oh, I can. So what was the other thing I wanted to look at? I wanted to look at the difficulty options menu. Is this actually... Oh, there is custom. You can fine-tune the difficulty. And that's... Okay, that's where you get to health modifier. None, double health, triple health, infinite health, and invulnerable. So the difference is invulnerable, you don't even have, like, hit stun, I guess. And then you've got time scale here. So the thing is, the custom options don't mention the rank up at all. I don't know if the time scale comes into play there. And then the other thing to look at is we have the drawer, which probably doesn't have anything in it right now. Yeah, except our default. Comfy PJs. These are Nemo's standard PJs. They're extra comfy and help Nemo sleep through the night. Buff. One-shot protection. When wearing these PJs, anytime you take 3 damage in a single hit when you're at full health, you'll be reduced to 1 health instead of 0. You can only change your PJs while at a bedroom dresser. That note's probably on all of them. Oh, yeah, because these are actually just, like, the menus that you normally have in the UI. Alright, one thing I can already suggest to them is... if you want to have... I don't know if there was, like, a dedicated... This is where the font was. There's no, like, dedicated accessibility menu. One thing you might want to do is have an accessibility setting for disabling the scrolling transition between menus. Alright, let's, wait, what is this? Oh, that's like fast travel. Okay. Oh, and that was the world map. We don't have much to see there yet, but it was like a jigsaw puzzle the way it was portrayed. Oh, and you can actually see it at the bottom, too. You got a moon. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, wrong game. So we can drop through thin floors like that. Do I have any... I don't seem to have, like, any abilities yet. Don't fall down there, as that sign seems to suggest. So we're actually playing Super Mario Bros. 2 US. I'm not sure... I don't know if this was a thing in the original NES game. Also, real talk, the stars on the sides, like, I don't know whether that's goop or whether it's, like, cutouts or what, but feels very Celeste adjacent. Alright, yeah, as I thought. Oh, that regrows immediately. Okay. Okay, that one was purple and it had, collectibles in it. Wait, that one was green and it also had collectibles in it. Okay. I thought maybe that was supposed to be an indicator, but maybe not. That had eyes. Yes, it does have eyes. Somehow I didn't get hit by that. Whoa. Okay, maybe the punch is specifically what you have to watch out for? Well, there's a moon up there. Seems like I can go... Oh. I guess I can't go up there. Okay, what is that thing on the... Oh, that's the yo-yo, isn't it? Maybe we're supposed to get around there from that side. Can I pick you up? I can, okay. So I can pick that up, but also it'll punch me. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. We've got a key and a lock, alright. You know, here this is kind of giving me Braid vibes, just in terms of the graphical style. Which, of course, I expect this to be better than Braid, because Braid was kind of, like, intentionally obtuse. I'm surprised that actually hit. I'm not sure why I would want to be down here. What, some kind of trippy snake up there. Oh, I see on the left it's like incrementing the like you see a plus whatever. It's Serious Sam style count up for the candy as you pick it up. There's another bed over there, judging by the sign here. Oh, hello. Is this more Banjo-Kazooie or Celeste or somewhere in between? Something weird must have happened while we've been gone. Okay, she doesn't know what the holes are either. So Flip was a character in the original game that you run into immediately in the first stage. Oh god, we have dialogue choices. I didn't know I was playing Mass Effect. What's a Guardian? A circus ringmaster, but for your... I hate clowns. Keep the clowns out of my dreams, please. And when you wake up, you say, wow, that was really a cool dream. But why turnips, though? You know, I already made the Super Mario Bros. 2 US correlation, and, like, that literally takes place in a dream. Like, that's subcon. Alright, what's this dark, creepy, blobby stuff all over? I mean, she doesn't know either, but I guess I'll ask anyway. Yeah, no, I mean, they put, you know, skull signs in front of them, as in, it will hurt you. You might dream of one nightmare sometimes, but this is bogus. Why is there a bed here? Great question, but I mean, it's Slumberland, so, like, why wouldn't there be a bed here? I could have been a dreamer. Sorry, no. We're Nemo, not Dio. You tend to wake up a lot. How does she know that? Why is there a car at a dealership? Honestly, that's the more reasonable question. Make sure to touch the bed. Don't shit the bed, but touch the bed. And then when you shit the bed, you'll come back to this bed because you touched the bed. You don't have to hop into it, just walking past will do. I'm sure there will be some kind of, you know, visible interaction when that happens. What should I do with this candy? Eat it? Oh, it's the economy, stupid. Okay. If you wake up, you'll drop your candy. This is literally Shovel Knight now. When you die, you lose gold. Can I get it back if I lose it? It might really be Shovel Knight if the answer to that is yes. Or I forget. Oh. What's this for? It's cheaper than a large language model, and it does literally the same fucking thing. Oh, okay. Who needs a fucking chatbot? Get fucked, AI bros. Oh, that's where the flip phone noise comes from. Okay. Okay, but Magic 8-Ball flip phone, I feel like we just... I feel like we just deviated worlds apart here. Okay, well, that was the 8-Ball. Alright, yeah, there's your obvious interaction. I don't know what that indicator means yet. Alright, well, let's wake up just for the sake of, like, confirming, like, I forget if it lets us pick every time we go in here, or if the interaction is... No, the interaction was somewhere else, I think. Wasn't there an interaction somewhere? Or maybe that's something that comes later. Oh no, it was to the right, wasn't it? It was this. Oh, does that not... We might have to unlock the ability to do that. And yeah, the right stick zooms. It's kind of jerky for some reason. When you zoom further out... Oh, because it's like jumping to the full world map. The jump between world map and local map seems kind of jank. But yeah, I'm guessing that fast travel comes later. Oh, there's blocks here. I can't do that. Wait, so where am I going? Let's look at where the thing is. So there's collectibles, but we should actually be going to the left. Was there somewhere else for me to go here? It's telling me to go more left, but I can't go more left from here. Unless there's a way to interact with that. I don't know if this is another thing that's going to require a key or what. Some of those went... Oh, there's stuff here. I was like, that went off screen. We have secrets. You got a moon. You got a blue moon. Collect 9 more in this domain. So there's special blue moons. What is... Welcome to the power line to the professor. Eh? Oh boy. We've replicated the frickin' Nintendo Power hotline. Call a professional. Did you know? I like how that line in particular has, like, the, you know, rainbow going on. Well, not quite a rainbow. Sometimes you might find a secret room behind a wall that is marked as solid on your map. The map fucking lies to you. Down with the patriarchy. No, what? Some walls you might be able to walk through, while others may need to be broken open. You can also skip the text. Like, you can skip the animation. Oh, but it costs money. Yep, purchase a secret tip. And secret is emphasized. Right, so in other words, purchase a hint for a secret. We're not gonna do that right now. But it's interesting that you actually have to discover the power line to begin with. So yeah, actually, what does that... Yeah, so now it's a blue line. Okay, there's more stuff I can do down here. This should lead us in the direction we want to go. That's another hole. I don't want to hit that. Whoa, you tried, buddy. Whoa, what the fuck? Rude? Do I want that? Oh, well, that's stupid. I don't seem to be able to take it. Like, even if I tried pressing Y on it, it didn't work. Oh. Well, there's the flip phone. It's not an annoying sound, at least. I'll let you get back to playing in traffic, so that's what I'm actually doing. Can I throw downwards? I can drop. That's not what I want to do. Even if I'm standing still, it does that. Yeah, I don't know how that works. We'll have to come back to that. Let's try to not die for now. Can I break stuff like... Well, let's try the wall first, but also let's try the block up here. Or actually, even the block down there. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Unless maybe I need a rock dude to do that. You do have to get used to, like, noticing what the, like, the handlebars here look like. So I seem to have, like, a circular meter on the left that I guess is filling when I collect moons. Oh, is this how we do this? Okay. Yeah, I did kind of notice the gears before. So if I do this, will this restore my health? And I wonder if there's a quicker way to do it. No, it didn't restore my health. I mean, to be fair, waking up shouldn't restore your health. That doesn't make any freaking sense. I was kind of hoping that, you know, you could basically do the equivalent of resting at a bench or something, you know. Maybe eventually they'll let me do that? There's the drawers. Didn't know I could reach those in here. Kind of curious about what's over here, but I should probably go over there first because that's where the icon is. You got new pajamas. Strong PJs. Nemo feels strong in these PJs. Buff, quick pluck. With these pajamas on, you'll pluck things much quicker. Okay. I guess I can change it here, actually? I don't know if I equipped that or not. Oh, yeah, I guess it did. The star means that's what you're equipped with? Yeah, okay. You know, I do worry about the phrasing of this one, about, like, anytime you take 3 damage in a single hit when you're at full health, you'll be reduced to 1 health, because that means we're never going to get more than 3 hearts? Really? Is this actually a Souls-like? Oh, hello. I can't interact with you, though. I think this is the guardian we're looking for, but one seems to have its feathers thoroughly ruffled. It's stuck like that. This is Super Mario Brothers 3 now. This is literally okay. So we've had this being Super Mario Brothers 2 US, and now we have it being Super Mario Brothers 3. Because that's what all the Koopalings did. They stole the king's magic wands and turned them into, you know, some kind of animal. Or I think in the SNES, in the All-Stars version, I think one of them actually gets turned into Yoshi or something. If they're stuck like this, it could be someone or something stole it. Would you be a pal and look around for it? Where's the I don't get paid enough for this shit choice? What does the scepter do? Probably use it to make wishes. Any wish we want. We could use it to fix the holes. We could do that too, I guess. What was she thinking? Right, I noticed the ... Which actually, I mean, that is... Real talk, the ... question mark is actually a good idea, because I can distinctly remember another Metroidvania demo that I tried 1 or 2 events ago, where that would have helped me, because the outlines were really hard to see, and I think the dev subsequently improved the outline visibility on their map. So, like, it had been hard for me to notice where I hadn't explored yet, because I had just assumed I had already explored the area that I hadn't. So yeah, the ellipses are probably a good idea. Yeah, we're not going this way. I have to wonder how much of the game is gonna just be, you know, cut off by the goop, though. Like, how much is actually going to be, you know, organic movement progression, like you would expect in a Metroidvania, Versus how much of it is going to be like Metroid 2 style, you must do all the things and then you can go more places. Well, okay. It's telling me you'll fucking die if you go to the next screen. I don't really have any other options. Guess I'll die then. Oh, we have a boss. It's the eyes are doing the void thing. I did not see what that said. Oh, this was in the demo portion, right? They're gonna come up on the other side. It sure is. Oh, there's a boss door on this side, too. I'm surprised I got credit for dodging that. Oh, we're doing this again? Okay. Bonk. Now where is he coming up? On the right? Got the rock warning over there. Oh, shit. Now we're doing all the things at once. I only had 2 hearts. Right, I forgot. Well, I was doing fine until the 3rd phase. Yeah, this is kind of feeling a little Souls-like, isn't it? If it's gonna be the kind of game where, yeah, you, Now, it's a little... I guess it's a little less like a Souls-like in terms of, like, the enemy boss... Like, the bosses don't have a health pool the size of a fucking small country. But it's still basically a Souls-like in terms of you need to spend 5 minutes dodging the boss perfectly. Although I guess that's less of a Souls-like thing and more of a, yeah, 90s NES platformer thing. I suppose they did do that, didn't they? That might have even been a thing in some of the Monster Boy games. Or Monster Boy / Wonder Boy. It's been a while since I played them. Let's go grab this stuff again. I don't know if, Okay, it did count as I've already... Oh, right, I lost all my stuff, though. So I now can no longer afford the secret tip. Oh, I was expecting that to actually, you know, give me something to throw at this dude. I actually would have preferred to do that. Oh, he's just chill this time, though. He's not trying to, like, play keep away with me. Another one? What did I do? Uh-oh. Wait, is that... Oh, is that what the moon meter is? You only do that by collecting moons and not getting hurt. Okay, but I collected moons and then I did get hurt. When you rank up, it means you're entering a deeper sleep state. That means your dream will get more intense, so expect scarier enemies, but more... I don't want scarier enemies. The boss already kicked my ass. Yeah, it sounds a little scary. Don't worry too much about it. If you get hurt by an enemy or hazard, your dream will calm down a bit. But if I don't want to rank up, you can always break open moons to release candy instead of collecting them. Oh, okay. I thought I saw one of them release candy once, and that explains that. You only rank up if you're at full health when you fill your moon meter. Oh, so it didn't happen to me earlier. Or you can reduce the difficulty of the game to completely disable the rank up system. Alright, problem is I can't actually bring this up there. Okay, yeah, see, that one broke apart. Like, wasn't that a moon, but then it broke apart, I guess because it landed? Like, I didn't break that one. Did it keep this already, or... Yeah, right, yeah, I guess so. So we actually want to go over here. Would have been nice of them to put a bed right before the boss. At least for the first one, you know. Yeah, see, all of those just insta-exploded. So it seems like when you... I don't know how that works. Like, how to keep moons intact when you, defeat enemies. Oh, hi, what are you doing here? A lot stronger than the small one. Yeah, no kidding. And until it's dealt with, it's going to keep it being a recurring nightmare. I had a bad feeling. That magic scepter we're looking for? I thought this brute might have had a hand in its disappearing act. 8 hands? What? Oh, octopus. Got any tips? Don't get hit? Like, I mean... oh, okay. I don't know, let's hope that 3 hearts is enough this time. Whoa. I don't remember doing 2 last time. I don't know if that's because of the rank up. The sound is still playing from the 8 tentacles, but they were interrupted. Okay, now it's 6 of them. That missed? Apparently you can't... I was afraid that the tentacle was going to interrupt it. Ah! Yeah, see, it does. How are you supposed to do this? You have to wait to throw the 3rd one. I have bad timing. Yeah, so the last page... The first 2 phases are fine, and then the last phase completely trolls you. Like, there's a huge difficulty spike between the first 2 phases and the last phase. And then you gotta do this whole frickin' basically corpse run, except there isn't anything to reclaim, at least yet. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. It's still weird how janky that map animation is. Right, so I had to go around the long way to open that before, right? And now I technically don't have to do that. But also I should want to get more candy again, right? Oh, great. There's no fucking point in continuing. I never get any health back. Like, nothing has restored my health yet. This really does feel like a fucking Souls-like. I hate it. It looks great, but it is not my idea of a good time. But I guess that's why there's double and triple health modifiers. I don't recall how much health you had in the original. Like, this might actually be consistent with the original. I know the original was known for being difficult, so, like, maybe it actually is spot on. Yeah, you have to be, like, right over them in order to pick them up. Otherwise, they break. Let's go back and get the secret hint just to see what it is. But yeah, that's a good point. Cuphead kind of has that sort of thing going on with the last phase too, right? And of course, I have no intention of ever playing Cuphead. Shortcut to the sewer of Nightlight City from Dreamswept Plains. That probably doesn't help me right now. You can find it, you might be able to get your cape early. Damn! Oh, you can purchase another one, too. They're practically giving you speedrun tech if you pay for it. I mean, I have seen Cuphead played by people who are good at it. And it's like, I like shmups conceptually. Although I'm less of like a Contra kind of person. And I know it's like very much modeled after those too. But yeah, the boss fight basically feels like a battle of attrition, and like, yeah, you can learn to deal with it. But this feels like a lot of artificial padding. Alright, let's see what your tip is, just for the hell of it. I see, yeah, there was a joke. He might have had a hand. 8 hands? Got any tips? On how to beat a giant rampaging nightmare monster? Monster who even put on a nice spiky helmet before coming here? It's got too many arms. I mean, the rocks are the easy part. Let's go with it's got too many arms. Uh-huh. The moving too fast is probably going to tell you to use the custom difficulty option. Oh, Rocktopus is its name. Okay. Very good. Makes sense. Yeah, so there are tells for everything. But you kind of have to, like, keep an eye on all edges of the screen at once. No, oh, I wasn't far enough left. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I got hit by... that's the first time I've actually gotten hit by the rock. But yeah, I figured that was a thing that could happen. Alright, let's just double my health. Because I have other demos to get to. And I also don't know how long... Actually, yeah, let's just see what the comfortable preset does. Sure. I have other demos to get to. This is not the only one I was intending on playing today. I should actually take the shortcut this time. Good job. Alright, I'm curious what this does besides presumably gives me more health. It still seems the same speed to me. It said give you more leeway. This seems exactly the same so far. Yeah, I changed it. Oh, it means that it's just the double health. That's it. And it also disables rank up. Okay, I was misreading the leeway as meaning it was like changing the time scale, but it's not. Whoop. That barely got him. Okay, so yeah, you can see the little heart there. So incidentally, I would have beaten that without changing the difficulty. I figured that was going to end up happening. Even if I hadn't changed the difficulty, I still would have beaten that. You retrieved the scepter. Now return it to its guardian. Hey, look, he's just a little guy. I can pet him? No, fuck that. I want to pick him up and yeet him into next year. After all the problems he gave me. And me use it to make wishes, you know. Any wish you want. Can I have it? No. Interesting that the defeated enemies persisted. Mina? You don't happen to be a hollower, do you? Damn, just immediate shade. Unless she wasn't being sarcastic, but I assumed she was being sarcastic. We're sinking. You know, perfectly healthy. It's global warming. Minerda? Wow, harsh. Oh no. It's running out of memory. It needs more RAM. The AI bros are at fault for all this shit. It's been a while since you've come to Slumberland, so your memory of it might be a bit hazy. It must look new and strange to you. Okay, you can actually still control the speed of this dialogue. But does it at least feel familiar? Close your eyes, or just gaze gently at these words. Picture a place where you're safe and warm, some place you know you can always return to at the end of a long journey. Hold on to this memory. Let's call it home. Oh, I thought that was Cheers. How do you know when you've returned home? Could you find it blindfolded? Would you know it by its sound, its touch? There's someone there to greet you when you cross that threshold? Not sure Slumberland will be able to survive another dawn with a capital D. That doesn't seem reassuring. That's okay, I forget about it all the time. You can make your way to the palace. You could ask the king for help. Okay. Oh. Trade for some PJs. Yeah, I don't have that much candy. Yeah, that's why I don't have enough candy. Okay. Well, I'm not going that way. On the one hand, I want to get to other demos. On the other hand, I'm kind of curious if they're going to show me some sort of progression. I guess let's go to the right of the boss, though. Oh, yeah, you don't have to navigate. Oh, and the skull is crossed up. Oh, no. I can still come by and pet the octopus. It makes squeaky toy noises. I should definitely be able to kick the squeaky toy. Right, if I don't have anything to toss at that, I can't break it into candy. There's another one of these? So this would have been the first non-secret one I would have found, I guess. Light the moons fills up your moon meter. Filling it all the way will fully heal Nemo. Oh. But it didn't do that before, it just ranked me up. Unless it did both, but... Oh, right, no. Wait, hang on. Okay. No, I only actually filled it when I was at full health. So it does refill your health if you're not at full health. Okay. And this explains, yeah, that if you don't catch it before it lands from a fallen enemy, then it breaks into candy. So yeah, they basically have the manual shredded into pieces and strewn across these arcade machines. I still don't know how I'm supposed to deal with that. Because I can't interact with it. Oh, we're over here now. Wait. Yeah, okay, I didn't realize I was that far to the left. I guess that's our progression. Got a new toy. Attack directly in front of Nemo with the yo-yo by pressing X. This attack can damage enemies and destroy some blocks. Bonk. Now we're freaking talking. Oh, geez, you can just obliterate the entire set of blocks at once. Ah, now I can't go back. You jerk. Now I want fast travel so I can go around the other way again. Because now what if I want to explore the other blocks? I have to go all the way back around again. But now we're basically playing side-scroller Star Tropics. Okay, yeah, we can't destroy those. Okay, you need 2 hits to destroy those. And yeah, now I can destroy these whenever I want. So that's handy. Yeah, why couldn't I just have this to begin with? Jeez. There are blocks over here too? I forgot. Oh no, it's further left. I forgot what was over here. There were blocks over here. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, he gets like stunned or something when he tries to hit him too. So you really can't. So yeah, I guess the winning play is just always break it into candy, because why wouldn't you want more candy anyway? I mean, unless you're not full on health. What is this? Oh, that's background? No, I can... Oh, God! I didn't know we were playing Super Mario Sunshine or something. Probably wasn't supposed to go this way at all. I can't strike over my head. Hold on for a second, kid. You're heading into an area that is quite dangerous. Enemies here do a lot of damage. You might want to wait to come back here once you have a wooden lucky coin. What's a lucky coin? Help keep you asleep by reducing the damage. Oh. I could have stood to have one of those for the first boss. So you'll always have 3 hearts, but you can get damage reduction. I'll have to reassemble them piece, but it's literally hard pieces. Do we need to keep pushing forward? This isn't the only path forward. I want to press on anyway. You do you. I mean, I probably won't actually do that. Whoa. I am curious what we're getting into, though. Look at this. It sure looks interesting. I'm gonna die real quick, but... everything has crystal caverns, dude. Relentless Frontier has crystal caverns. Project Absentia also has crystal caverns. At least slightly. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, that's spikes down there. That's void. He's falling and he can't get up. He can get up. Yeah, these guys are invulnerable. All right, let's head back. Makes me wonder exactly how much you can explore in the demo though, because it has to cut off at some point. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a demo. Maybe if I have time on my hands and the demo stays available. Oh, wait, was there something else down there? In, like, the corner? I didn't mean to go out that far. Oh, yeah, there was a blue moon just sitting there, wasn't there? We're going back down again. Oh, it's, like, just off screen. I need to be able to interact with that. We are not currently Simon Belmont. I cannot interact with that. Oh, even if you sit here, it actually shows it too. And of course, you can use the right stick to move around too. I'm surprised I didn't intercept that actually. Right, there was a locked door there. There's more stuff over here apparently. Oh, I can barely make that. Actually, is it forcing the moons to break even if I pick them up because my meter's full already? And because the rank up is disabled? Well, that looks, you know, important. There's a switch over on the other side. Yeah, it's busting open on my head. Ow. So if you're on comfortable setting, because rank up is disabled, yeah, I guess that's risk-reward, because if you're playing on the challenge setting, then you can rank up. Another bed over here, too. I don't really like this whole... Oh, okay. It's a leap of faith, but you can also just get right back up from there. Because, like, if you rank up, you supposedly get more candy. But also things get more mean. I don't know where the trigger for this one is. I guess it's got to be on the other side, too. I don't think we're getting over there from here. Oh, wait, no. We could totally just make a leap of faith and get over there. What was up there, though? Got a treehouse? Nemo's Ledger, 189 candy. I have 180 right now, so what? Uh-oh. I already sense a scam coming. I've already picked up some of the candy you dropped. Oh, okay. It's only fair that, seeing as we're now looking out for how we're looking out for one another, that I keep some of what I picked up. But don't worry, I'll keep track of how much you have in your ledger. With a 50% finder's fee. You can also just leave any candy with me you'd like for safekeeping free of charge. Oh. So it's also a bank. That seems a little high. What if you just left it there and I could get it? Yeah. What if this were Shovel Knight? Well, hey, you think Slumberland is some walk in the park? Who knows what kind of thieves and opportunities might come along and pick up your candy in the meantime? Oh, opportunists, sorry. I think it's best that you and I work together to keep your candy safe. What do you say? So you're just gonna steal any candy I drop? I'm gonna keep pushing back on this. Well, hey, hold on, not steal. Look, I'm helping you out, kid. When you drop that candy, I'll make sure you get back half of it. Fine, I get. It's a but thou must, but the choice is actually reflected. Deposit or withdraw or nothing. I mean, is there any reason... Well, right. You only want to withdraw if you know you're not going to lose shit. And we know we can get another set of PJs at 200, right? So I don't need a whole lot more than what I have right now. Another bed right here. Still wish I could actually fast travel. Oh, wait, I can climb on these. I was trying to use the yo-yo on it before. Alright, but that means double jump. That means I can go get that frickin' moon. I don't know... When I went down here... That's still technically this area. And I think it was like 10 per area? Like 10 in the one area? Yeah, there's... Incidentally, my ledger was 189. There are also apparently 189 blue moons. Which means there's not always 10. Game is starting to stutter a little bit. Wait. 7 more. There were 9 total. I thought there were 10 total. Okay, then there is 9 per... That would compute to 21 domains. I would not have expected there were 21 domains, based on this map. Oh, wait, that is 20. Never mind. It is a different number. And there's 21... Wait. Why did it say collect 7 more? If there's 21. And also I have 3 already. I lost... Okay, I did start saying 10 then. I guess there must be, like, checkpoint threshold kind of things. You're here now. Oh, so there's always these... This is literally the frickin', like, hallway transitions between areas in Soten. We already saw one of these going between this area and the crystal caves. Okay, let's not go there yet. Where was, yeah, I want to go up first. So we can, well, I need slightly more candy, actually. Wait, can I even get back up there? Also, there's more moons literally on the map right there. I'm realizing I forgot to do the usual hack that I do that might still be necessary on games and running games through Proton through Steam, to prevent the frame rate from tanking after a certain amount of time. It might have to do with why it was getting a little janky. It's probably not the game's fault. Right, so, hang on. Did I get the... I probably didn't get the secret ones this time. Which means I can probably get them again. Because, like, the thing is, they seem to all respawn. There's one literally right here. How did I not find that? Oh, because it was covered by the goop before. Right, okay. I'm gonna have enough even before I go through. Yeah, I already have enough. But I might as well go grab all this too. You know, I'm just realizing that when the candy noises get like really high pitched like that, kind of reminds me of the destruction noises in Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2. So now I've compared this to 3 Mario games. So now where am I going? I gotta remember the mini-map. I'm covering the mini-map. But, there is a mini-map in the lower left here. Yeah, basically, it's going to end up being every... I mean, we're supposed to get a cape. I don't know if the demo features the cape. Yeah, let's trade for some PJs. Yeah, I'll take them. Owl PJs, which, that was her transformation, so... I've been imbued with a bit of Minerva's wisdom. Experienced. Moons grant more experience, allowing you to more quickly fill your moon meter. Which means things get harder faster. Stronger? Yeah, right, we need... If we get Mario's missing, I'm leaving. Alright, I should really just be pressing the map button again instead of, like, pressing the back button, which then takes you to the overworld map before actually taking you... That was a moon. Okay. Oh, also, I did change my PJs, and I didn't actually mean to change my PJs. I could technically wake up here to change back. I might as well go back to these, although I don't even know if these make sense when you're playing with increased health. Because, like, the phrasing of this no longer makes sense if you're playing with double health or triple health or whatever. Because it supposedly only applies to if you take a 3 damage hit when you're at full. Which, well, now if I'm at full, it's actually 6. But it would also not apply if you had, like, the lucky coins or whatever, right? So... Also, I should probably technically cash in my stuff again. So wait, there's the one down there. There's the one right here, which I think is where... Yeah, that's where we just had the cutscene. But there's also one up top. Should we check the one up top first? Out of curiosity, just to see where that brings us, because it's probably not where we're intended to go next. But yeah, I get the sense I could spend multiple hours on this demo. Which I've definitely seen a few Metroidvania demos that are surprisingly lengthy. Oh, this is the same text as before. Oh, if you press the back button, it'll actually, like, instantly animate the text, I think. In case you hadn't seen one of these before, here's how you enter it. Okay, and there's another bed here. Hushed Highlands. Is this gonna be an area transition? Yeah, it is. Is she gonna call us again to tell us we shouldn't be here? Oh god, we've got ice physics. The Valley of Silence. Well, we've got presents. Let me guess, I shouldn't be here. Hold your horses there, kid. This one's even worse. This says until you have a Steel Lucky coin. I want to press on anyways. Okay. The ice physics here are not great. I mean, well, I mean, in a way they're better, and in a way they're worse than what I would hope for. Okay, and yeah. They were smart, and they don't let you cancel the ice physics by jumping. But what I'm disappointed about is you can't go faster. You can only... It basically kills your brakes without also giving you extra gas. I didn't know I could do that. I don't know if that does anything useful. Oh, it has candy in it. Why do the lamps have candy in it? Also, I have no idea how saving works in this game. There is a save and quit, so I'm guessing it saves at the last bed you were at or something. Maybe it saves at level transitions too. I haven't been watching out for like an autosave icon, and this game hasn't hit me in the face with a, if you see this icon, the game is saving, the way that a lot of games with autosave icons do. Alright, but let's at least take a quick look at the area that they want us to go into next. Road to the Marsh. Oh boy. Mushroom Marsh. Okay, yep, hold it to go higher. Oh, I probably don't want to be in that, huh? Although it didn't seem to be hurting me, so I'm actually not sure. It might just stunt my movement. Did I want to do that? I can't hit that because I can't hit downwards. What am I holding? Ow! Oh, why did that hurt me? And, oh, well. Oh yeah, what happened to my full moon meter that I thought I was hanging on to? Oh good, I can actually hit you through that. Oh, well. Oh, jeez. Everything is spikes. They didn't say anything about this area being way harder, and this area also feels way harder. Oh, I thought that was a wall. It wasn't. So basically, I went every direction I shouldn't have gone. What? That one doesn't bounce. Okay. None of those bounce. Only the green ones bounce. Okay. And you gotta beat feet over there. Oh, yep, I didn't mean to do that. I guess that works. Now what the hell do I do, though? Alright. Oh, what happens if I throw this in here? Nothing particularly exciting. Okay. I thought maybe, you know, pair purple with purple. Okay, that did just refill my health. I think I need to get the green guy over here, though. But those guys just despawn, I guess. That was barely high enough. What? That seems harmful. There's a sign there, but it also looks like there's spikes. Oh! Oh, that'll let you wishlist it right now. Okay. Well, there was a key door down there, technically. I don't know what that circle means. Actually, let me get further away from this wall, because that circle might be the same kind of thing. No. There's a circle down here, but not up there. Okay, now the problem is I can't see down there. Yeah, that'll kill me. Okay. There's a frog down there. I don't think I can safely get down there, though. Oh, I also can't get back up. Do I live here now? Do I have to go back the way that I thought was impossible? Like, through here? Alright, you just need to be a little careful with that jump, and I was not careful with that jump before. Right, and then that brings you over to here. Also, this music is definitely a jam. I'll give him that. But yeah, I don't think I'm not getting down there unless I have a way of you know, attacking downwards, which I don't seem to have right now. Which would suggest that they really are limiting you to a very shallow portion of each subsequent area in the demo. Which, you know, I'm fine with, because I have other demos that I should get to anyway. But I don't know, I was thinking you would probably, like, finish the demo with, like, some specific cutscene or something, so I feel like I might be missing something there. But I think that is a good sign for me, a good cue for me to save and quit here. The game is clearly very competently made. Given that it does have, you know, the difficulty knobs, it could still be accessible to me. The challenge difficulty, which is presumably supposed to be kind of like NES. Oh, I didn't realize that quit the game entirely, didn't it? Yeah, I was kind of caught off guard there. I didn't mean to quit the game entirely. I meant to just go back to the title screen. I don't know if there was a separate option for that. Let's go back to the title screen so we have music again. The default difficulty is probably tailored to, like, people who enjoyed the NES level of difficulty in the game, and I probably should not hold that against it. I am jaded against Souls-likes because I just find the entire concept of Souls-likes to be exhausting. But yeah, given the flexibility of the difficulty settings, yeah, I could still enjoy this in, like, the comfortable mode or something like that. Or maybe I could just actually freaking learn from my mistakes and take a few more tries, because, like, clearly I was actually capable of winning that boss fight without changing difficulty. But yeah, no, seems very high quality. seems to have a really nice dev story behind it of someone who really cared about the series, the original game, and, you know, a lot of other stuff from that era. So this is going to be pretty neat. It's good to see this. This was a pleasant surprise to see in the Next Fest listings when I was, you know, like I said, otherwise inundated by a lot of stuff that really didn't stand out. Yeah, learning is overrated. Just go play another demo, because I have, like, way more than I can fit in a single week. I do want to check that one more time. So continue will presumably go into, like, my most recent save. Let me see where it puts me. That is... Yeah, okay. That is where I just left off. But yeah, save and quit, totally just quit the entire game. I feel like you want to have a... Oh wait, no, there is a return to main menu. It's up here. There's save and quit, which quits the entire game. There's no... When I think save and quit... Okay, here is an instance where they didn't steal from a Mario game, and they should have. Because when I think save and quit, I think of Super Mario All-Stars, which has a save and quit, which returns you to the main menu. But no, because, like, this doesn't say save. I assume it will, but you can't really fit save and return to main menu. It's like they don't have enough room for the text. But I chose the option that said save in it, which was not the option that returned me to the main menu. So that's slightly unfortunate. Maybe there's something they can tweak there. But yeah, no, this seems incredibly strong. So this is gonna set a high bar for everything else that I'm playing in Next Fest to try to hold up to.